We always say the part of the creation is connected to clay. One existent thing, part that is present, can be described to be connected to the clay that is present. There can be a connection between two present things, but there can't be any connection between one present thing and another absent thing. Two present hands, there can be a connection. One hand is present, the other hand is absent. There can't be any connection. And every school of thought uses this language, that pot is connected to the clay. If it is intrinsically connected to clay, this is what is called ayuta siddhatvam. Intrinsic connection is called ayuta siddhatvam. A brought about connection is called yuta siddhatvam. Is a simple terminology. Ayuta, intrinsic connection. I don't have to bring about any connection between pot and clay. It is intrinsic. If I bring both the hands together, it is brought about, called yuta. Yuta means brought about. Ayuta means unbrought about. Connection is there but not brought about by anybody. It's natural. Yuta is a nishtha, past participle passive, yuj. Yu means to unite, connection. It is a different dhatu from yukta. It is yuta, yuta, yuta. Meaning is the same. Between pot and the clay, the connection that is there is not brought about by anybody, it is intrinsic. This very language that every school of thought uses, that the pot is connected to the clay, makes the pot bhavarupam, not abhavarupam. Whereas the Purvapakshi, the Shunyavadi, is thinking pot is shunya, pot is absent. Pot is not absent because you are able to refer to the prior absence of the pot. You are able to refer to the post absence of the pot because of the present presence. If it is present even in one period of time, it is present in all the three periods of time, is a very big jump. It just disarms all philosophers. It just really revolutionizes the thinking. It revolutionizes the thinking. What is present even in one period of time is actually present in all periods of time. Therefore, that means it is present as a possibility. Either it is a manifest possibility, either it is manifest or unmanifestly present. Either it is manifest or it is there as a possibility. What is not there, totally non-existent, is non-existent in all the three periods of time. And what is existent in all the three periods of time. Universe exists in all the three periods of time. It's never absent. Either it is manifest or unmanifest. Similarly, we as individuals, either as manifest or unmanifest. We don't emerge from emptiness, nor do we merge back into emptiness. It's out of question. Thus here the Siddhanta begins, Ayuta Siddhanam Adoshaha iti chet na. This is the Purvapakshi. You know what the Purvapakshi says is very, very interesting. You have to just capture it. Maybe we can bring about the connection between two present things Two hands, both are present, I can bring them together. The connection between two present things, the connection between two present things is brought about. Whereas the connection between one present thing and another absent thing is there, not brought about, but intrinsically. Purvapaksha thinks the intrinsic connection is between bhava and abhava, whereas the brought about connection is there between two bhavas. Between two bhavas. Iti chet. Why can't we think like this? Pot is absent, clay is present. So there is a connection between the absent pot and present clay. Why can't we say that? For this he says, no, we are wrong. Connection is always between two present things, whether it is natural connection, whether it is intrinsic connection or a brought about connection. Connection is always between two present things. You can't use the word connection for something that is there between one present and another absent. Now, bhava bhavayoho ayuta siddhatva anupapattehe. There cannot be any intrinsic connection between the present and the absent. There cannot be any natural connection between bhava and abhava. Because we don't experience. This is one thing, whenever you say, I am not convinced, you become immediately convinced the moment you say that it is not evident anywhere. One hand that is existent being connected to another hand that is non-existent, how? One existent thing being connected to another thing which is non-existent is not seen. Therefore, there is no question of any ayuta siddhatvam. There is no such an intrinsic connection, natural connection between the absent pot and the present clay. If there is a connection between pot and clay, its own source, understand, then clay is present as the source and pot is present as a creation. Between the two, one is present, the other is absent now. Both are present. Then we analyze the present pot and reduce it to the present clay. We don't reduce the pot to its absence. It is a very revolutionizer of the thinking. We don't reduce the pot to its absence. We reduce the pot to the presence of clay. Similarly, we don't analyze and reduce the universe to its absence. We can't trace the universe to its absence. We can trace the universe to the presence of its source. The present creation is traceable to the present source. The present pot is traceable to the present clay. The present table is traceable to the present wood. Whereas a Shunyavadi tries to trace the present universe to its own absence. It is as a reaction against Vedanta, as a reaction against Vedic culture. Because you want to found your own school of thought, You want to find. Everybody has the ragadveshas in music. Don't think ragadveshas leave. They can work in the name of spirituality also. Even if you become a sadhu, they will work in it. The realm of functioning changes. Previously, when you were a businessman, you used to have likes and dislikes in your business. So some businessmen used to like, some businessmen you disliked. When you were a grihastha, then you had some likes for some members and dislikes for some other members, some cousins, etc. So cousins, etc. become the subject, the object of your likes and dislikes. In business, your partners, etc. But when you become a Swami, philosophies become the object of your likes and dislikes. Likes and dislikes always. Topic keeps changing, realm keeps changing. Na आसान थोड़ी है. That is why it is only when you go into the Shabda Pramanam they can bridle the Ragadvesha. Shastram can bridle the Ragadveshas. When it introduces the topic, in the light of the topic you will understand these likes and dislikes are more a musibat than anything. Even your choice, you should use choice only to come to the class and then just listen, that's all. Likes and dislikes. Therefore these Buddhists also, they wanted to find a substitute for Vedic culture. And do you know the substitute they have found? Instead of tracing the presence of pot to the presence of clay, they made an effort to trace the presence of pot to its own absence, called substitute for Vedanta. Vedanta traces the Jiva to Brahma, the presence of Jiva to the presence of Brahma. The presence of the Jagat to presence of Brahma. Vedanta, and they trace the presence of Jagat to its own absence. Because the only alternative to the presence is absence. Dusra kuch kar nahi sakte. Therefore we trace the presence to presence, they trace the presence to absence. And another joker in future will trace the absence to another absence. That is why, as a student of truth, you have no friend, you have no foe. There is only truth. Yes. As a student of truth, you have no apna, no parai. Samashatrau cha mitre cha. Bhagavan Krishna says, hey, look upon both friend and enemy as the same. Meaning what? They are both irrelevant to your freedom. Truth is relevant. Sukha dukhe same kritva labha labha jaya jaya Bhagavan says. Sukha dukh both ek hi hai. They enjoy one common irrelevance to your freedom. Labha, alabha, they enjoy one common irrelevance to your freedom. Victory and defeat, both are irrelevant to your freedom. That is the only way of looking at them as the same. They are all equal in their irrelevance to my freedom. Snake and a stick. You see it as a snake. And then and somebody says, be a positive perceiver. Be a positive thinker. Then instead of seeing snake, you saw a stick. That is called positive thinking. The other one is a negative thinking. Why do you think it is a snake? Why don't you think it is a stick? Be positive. But Bhagavan says, just both are the same, because both are equally errors, irrelevant to your happiness. There can only be right thinking, not positive thinking. And you know what is positive, what is right thinking? Suppose you think I will become rich, think I will become rich, think I will become rich, then you will become rich. This is called positive thinking. think I will be successful, think I will be successful, I will be successful, I will be successful, I will be successful. If you go on saying that is called positive thing. Pata nahi kya hoga, pata nahi kya hoga, pata nahi kya hoga. This is called negative. Both are useless. You know what Bhagavan Krishna ji says? If I am successful by God's grace, thankful to Him. If not, I have enough inner metal to face it. I will accept success with grace, and I'll accept failure with metal, with strength. I have enough inner patience and wisdom to take it, to be ready to face whatever is right thinking. I'll be successful is what is called positive thinking. Oh, pata nahi kya hoga, pata nahi kya hoga, pata nahi kya hoga. That is negative thinking. Let anything happen, I'll face it. That is called right thinking. Yes. Right thinking can make you happy. Right thinking can make you sleep, can give you sound sleep. I'll keep on doing the right thing, and I am prepared for any results. Sometimes, positive thinking puts you in a fool's paradise, understand? In the name of positive thinking, you will be living in a fool's paradise life. Ek din to, Pakistan will be a great friend of ours. It's all fool's paradise. Yeah, kuch nahi hota hai. Do what is to be done and be prepared for. It's very beautiful, Ji. In Mahabharata, Yudhishthira was telling, there is no need for a war, हमारा भ्राता दुर्योधन ठीक हो जाएंगे. Bhagavan Krishna ji said, you are living in some kind of a fool's paradise. You can't avoid war. Bhagavan was not thinking negatively, please understand. When Krishna advised Arjuna to go to Devaloka and learn celestial missiles, the divine missiles, he was not being negative. Why are you thinking negatively, thinking that there will be war, there will be war? I say, I don't want any war to be there, but there will be war. I am not wishing for it, but there will be, yes. I am not wishing for it. For which be prepared, that is the right thinking. Supposing you keep on wishing and believing that will be no war, there will be no war, and you are not prepared, then you have been living in a fool's paradise. India always lived in its fool's paradise, I am telling you. A lot of people live in that fool's paradise. Negative thinking is different, positive thinking is different, right thinking is different, samyak vichara is different. Vedanta thinking is right thinking, not disregard of it. I am not saying that you should not use that phrase. Positive thinking, be positive and let it be right also. Be positive, but let it not become a fool's paradise. You see? I will come back to the same yesterday's, that in Kaun Banega Karodpati mein, that Hyderabadi boy, he won 25 lakhs. This man was telling, Bachchan was telling, किस्मत तो अपनी विचार से भी बनता है. He was telling, जो किस्मत में होगा जो होगा, I will not quit. I don't mind losing, but I won't quit. Is it positive thinking? Negative thinking? Wrong thinking. Is it really bravery? Is it even daredevilry? No, it is foolhardiness. You understand? It is called foolhardiness. मैं गंगा जी में कूदता हूँ, देखता हूँ क्या होता है. What is it? Daredevilry? Foolhardiness. Yes. You should not think positive and build up a fool's paradise. You can be a daredevil, but not foolhardy. Foolhardy means you renounce wisdom. When you renounce wisdom, then you are being foolhardy. He lost 25. He was bubbling with enthusiasm. When he lost that money, did you see his face? Baba, so depressed. I'm sure it must have taught him a lesson for his life. A poor person, money is more important than daredevilry, understand? That is being wise. If you have enough money, then daredevilry. You are short of money. Therefore, these Shunyavadis, when they try to trace everything to its absence, Atma to its absence, everything to its absence, that is called Shunyavada. Meaning they try to prove everything to be fundamentally Shunya. Is nothing. Is it your knowledge? Yes, it is our knowledge. The one who knows it is not Shunya. Simple thing. What is the final proof of Shunyam? The final proof, I would say the only proof is knowledge. Sakshi is the final proof. And the one who sees the Shunyam is not Shunyam. That means fundamentally that Sakshi is more fundamental. Shunyam is a thought. I am asking a question. Is a thought of emptiness emptiness? Thought of emptiness is not emptiness. Thought of emptiness is thought, present. And you are there as a thinker of it. There is emptiness. Whenever you feel empty, please understand, it is a thought. It is not emptiness. There is a thought, there is a thinker, there is me. Where is emptiness? Okay. Ayuta siddhanam adoshaha iti chenna bhava bhavayoho ayuta siddhatva anupapattehe bhava bhutayorhi yuta siddhata ayuta siddhata va syat natu bhava bhavayoho abhavayor va. Up to that. The vision of these three lines is, sir, the connection is only between, whether it is intrinsic connection or brought about connection, is there only between two bhavas, but not between bhava and abhava, not between two abhavas. Even to say that two abhava, can you count absence? Therefore, don't blame Bhagavan Bhashikara. Why is he using the word abhava and abhava as if they are accountable? That is what the Shunyavadi thinks. From his standpoint, he is using the phrase abhava and abhava. Pragabhava, pradvamsa bhava. So you can't have an intrinsic or brought about connection between bhava and abhava, or between two abhavas. And everybody says the pot is connected to clay. It is not connected to gold. And suppose you say, no, it is not connected to clay. You can't. You see, if it is absent, then it should be connected to anything. Pot should have connection to clay or water or gold or anything. Why it is connected only to the clay? Because that is exactly where it is connected. Therefore, we are concluding the is always sat, is present. Here it is real but present. Thought is present, but thought is not real. Clay is real. We can't treat it as absent. Because the pot is all, we don't say the pot is not. When you look at the pot is, clay is. Similarly, when you experience the universe, you don't experience it as is not, you experience the universe as is. The universe is, space is, air is, fire is, water is, earth is. Sun. There is no object which you can perceive as is not. Is not? Can you say is not? There is no experience as is not. Every experience is. Vedas says, everything is. Analyze is, discover conditional is. Analyze is. The conditional is will be discovered as unconditional. The conditional is traced to unconditional is. The relative presence is traced to the absolute presence. Language, if that can help you. But we don't trace absence to presence. But we only discover there is no absence to trace. There is no absence to trace to presence. And if one feels the absence, it is a kalpana, it is not an anubhava. It's a very big point. Absence is a kalpana, not a absence is a kalpana. It is an aropa on the presence. Now I am going to just one. You have to capture it. The presence of the universe is a kalpana in Brahma. It is presence, but it is a kalpana in Brahma. And the absence of the universe is a kalpana on the presence of the universe. Yes. Brahman is an experience, universe also is an experience, whereas the absence of the universe is kalpana. You don't experience the absence. In sleep, you don't experience the absence of the universe. In sleep, you experience your own presence. From the waking point of view, you may say, I experienced the absence. You read absence into the deep sleep. You read absence of the universe into deep sleep from the point of view of the presence. Therefore, maybe I can explain it little better. I have to make it it is very useful thinking. It takes you miles on the way in the journey. It takes you miles in your journey to the truth. When you close your eyes and be peaceful, you are not, supposing there is no thought. When you are silent, you are not experiencing the absence of thought. You are experiencing your silent yourself. When you are silent, you are experiencing the silent yourself. You are not experiencing the absence of thought. Absence of thought is not an experience. In order to feel the absence of thought, you have to remember the prior presence. वो तो कभी होगा नहीं. You see, in order to think of the absence of the thought, you have to remember presence of the thought. Then if you remember the presence of the thought, it's never absent. Both badi baat hai ji. It's a very, very big breakthrough. The real, this is what can make you a sage. This particular point. It can really create in you a blaze of interest in what is being taught in Vedanta. That is, presence of the creation is an appearance in the truth. And our idea of the absence of things, absence of the universe, absence of life, that absence is an extended error about the presence of the world. Therefore, in the presence of the clay, there is a presence of pot, the creation. Whereas there is no such a thing called absence of pot. Therefore, pot can't be reduced to its absence. Therefore, it doesn't stem from its absence, it stems from the presence of clay. You see? And therefore, every creation presupposes its own unmanifest presence plus the presence of the source. Two points to remember. Every creation presupposes its potentiality and the source. Two things. Both are necessary. And sometimes, to make things really, those people who, detest too many details, for them we say that every creation presupposes not absence but the presence of the source. Good enough. Every creation presupposes the source. We don't like too many details. And if you don't mind many details, then you can be more thorough. And that is, every creation presupposes its own potential plus the source. One extra detail, if we can accommodate it. Why not? If you can crowd your mind with all the Bombay details, one more detail, kya ho gaya? Okay. Thus, we have dismissed Shunyavada. If pot presupposes its own potential and the source, then the universe also presupposes its own potential and its own source, presence. So where is the Shunyavada ji? And if Shunyavada is false, the whole Buddhism is nothing. They may have some labels Buddhists, some temples, ye, wo, vagera, vagera, ho sakta, lekin there's nothing in it, nothing to convey. In fact, they have some wrong things to convey. Yeah. You're all really born into a Vedic culture, feel happy. There is a lot. Whenever you think, oh, these are all old scriptures, then you look for something new. It's like fashions, old kind of. Previously, don't curse me. When we were all teenage boys, Mataji log used to wear up to this. Fashion, this up to this. Then it went up. It's all fashion. Now again it will come back. Like the men's these things, dress also keeps changing. Human beings don't look for the right, they look for something in you. Amazing thing. Therefore, your happiness, if you are a seeker of happiness, don't look for the new, look for the right. Your mettle is proved by that. If you can look for the right, not for something new, then you are a very great person. You are a great person. For the right. And Vedic culture gives you that right. When you are born into it, you should simply enjoy being a Vedic person. Do Gayatri every day, study Vedanta, learn verses. You just enjoy being a student of truth. Yeah, the whole world is not so what you be. Forget. Thus, we are through with the Shunyavada. Now, he says, you said, the Shruti said, this universe was concealed by death, mrityu. Shruti doesn't say it was not there, but it was, but concealed. When it said before the creation nothing was, that is the first statement. Before the creation nothing was. It means nothing was manifest. Why? Because the second statement says, before the creation nothing was and everything was but concealed by mrityu. You don't have to conceal the absence. If there is something present, then alone concealed, enveloped. Mrityuna avritam asit. Everything remained existent but remained concealed by mrityu. What does it mean? There is a lot we can get prasadam, jnana prasadam we can get out of this. Patiently analyze. This is the analysis. Kim lakshanena mrityuna avritam ityataha aha. What kind of mrityu? What do we mean by mrityu? This whole creation remained concealed by mrityu. When we say what is the nature of that, for that the Shruti itself says, Ashanaya ya. It was concealed by the death of hunger. Ashanaya ya. Ashitumicha ashanaya saeva. Hunger for things. Desire. Don't conclude anything. As we go on further, we get this. Mrityur lakshanam taya lakshitena mrityuna ashanaya. Here the word mrityu is explained away through the word ashanaya. That is the lakshanam of mrityu. Katham ashanaya mrityuhu? How ashnaya, hunger, can be death? Ityuchate, the answer is given. Ashanaya hi mrityuhu. Indeed, ashanaya is mrityuhu. Why? Hi shabdena prasiddham hetuna hetum avadyotayati. That he means indeed. Indeed means as it is evident. Hi shabdena. I am going to connect it I will try my best to connect it very beautifully, patiently here. In the waking world, hunger is death. In creation, hunger is death. Why? He shabdena prasiddham hetum avadyotayati. By the word he, the evident logic is given. Yohi ashitum ichhati, the one who is hungry, saha ashanaya anantarameva, in order to appease that hunger, hanti jantun, kills animals. Violence is committed due to one's hunger. This is evident reason. You cannot kill anything unless there is hunger. I kill, that is a mrityu. I kill life for my hunger. See, this is how he is connecting, Shankaracharya is connecting. Hunger causes violence. A person can, whether you indiscriminately kill or discreetly kill, but killing is the result of hunger, bas. I have covered this point also. An adharmika indiscreetly kills, a dharmika discreetly kills. So you can always ask a person, are we an indiscreet killer or a discreet killer? Because that hunger is there, as long as that hunger is there, you kill. You kill the trees, you kill the fruit, kill the plant, you kill, you hurt, you hurt, you hurt, you hurt. That's why you say life depends upon life. So kill, mrityu, death. See how we are going to connect it. Yohi ashutum ichhati saha ashanaya anantarameva hanti jantun tena therefore asau ashanaya lakshate mrityurut ashanaya itya. Till now what he said is the definition of why is mrityu is called, why is hunger is called death. That means when we say hunger, it can be called death also. ठीक है? If hunger is death, hunger is born of what? Very, very. Hunger is born of ignorance. If hunger can be interpreted as death, hunger also can be interpreted as ignorance. You see, the result of hunger is death. The reason for hunger is ignorance. बहुत बड़ी बात है जी. Something can always be called after its result. It can also be called after its cause. You can call hunger after its result. You understand this expression? Hunger can be called after its result the death. Because wherever there is hunger, there is death. There is a killing, something. Discrete killing or indiscreet killing. All vegetarians are also discrete killers. Haji, you don't have to unnecessarily enjoy the illegitimate pride that I am a vegetarian. These are very illegitimate pride because can be vegetarian, but then it has its small own thing. Just because you are a vegetarian, you are not going to get moksha. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Be vegetarian. That's a different matter. Give it the place it deserves, not more than that. Swamiji, I am a vegetarian. Is it necessary for me to study Vedanta? This is too much. That kind of. I am doing my duty, Swamiji, regularly. Is it necessary for me to study Vedanta? You are doing your duty for my sake. You are doing your duty for your sake. I am a good human being, Swamiji, do I have to study Vedanta? So what? You are a good human being. Who told you? You are telling, not your wife. Definitely not your neighbor. Sometimes we indulge in silly things. I say whether you like it or not, who you are, what you are, Vedanta is choiceless. Once you say choiceless, it's not conditionally choiceless. Its necessity is not conditional. We don't have a conditional necessity for Vedanta, we have unconditional necessity for Vedanta, choiceless. Okay, ji. Now, I am concluding. If hunger can mean death, hunger also can mean ignorance. Yes. And therefore, before the creation, everything was but unmanifest. And unmanifest is nothing but born of ignorance. It's truth ununderstood. That's ignorance. In sleep there is truth ununderstood. Before life there was only truth ununderstood. After the death there will be only truth ununderstood. That ununderstoodness is the reason for the whole creation. Therefore, that time everything is unmanifest. And that unmanifest state also can mean only vidya. Right in the beginning, before we entered the bhashyam, I told this particular point. Hunger ultimately means only ignorance. You have to interpret hunger as death. Then you can also interpret, if a father can be called after his son, he can also be called after his father. Is it not? Why not? Okay, we'll continue it. You can put a mark here. Tomorrow also there is a class. We'll try to finish it. We'll try to finish the whole thing. Then when we come back, we will take up another verse. We are not going to take verse by verse, but we are going to take up highlight verses, for which there is long bhashyam like this. Shanti.